Welcome to Tesla Tips. We have got a 2019 Tesla Model 3 SR Plus. It is 2 years old now. It's hit the 25,000 mile mark, and we're going to give you the good and the bad here on Tesla Tips. $25,000 miles is really not a lot for a car, but it's a good baseline. It's a good benchmark on how the car is going to be in the future, how it was built, and if there's any bugs in there. I mean, it's basically a giant electronic device. And they always say, any electronic device, you're going to probably see any problems happen within the first month or two. After that, you're probably good to go. And Tesla is really no different. I mean, it's a computer with wheels, a supercomputer with wheels at that. And so I think 25,000 miles in 2 years is probably even a bigger benchmark as to any problems we may see. And I got to be honest, it's one of the best cars I've ever had. The problems have been very minimal. And honestly, the problems, they could have happened to any car. These are not really Tesla-related problems. So it delivered. We got it in 2019, in May of 2019, so 2 years ago. 25,000 miles are now on the clock. And it did deliver with a dent on the driver's side wheel well at the top there, a bumper, I'm not sure what it is. But anyway, I'll show that to you. It was dented. Tesla did tell me about it. They gave me a photo of it at delivery, and they said, it's your choice if you don't want to deliver with this car, and we can find you another one. I said, no, as long as you set up an appointment, I'm good to go with that. And they did. 3 weeks later, I brought the car in to have it fixed, and they gave me, at the time, they were giving out loaners, and it was a Model S loaner. So that was pretty cool because I got a chance to drive a Model S for a couple of days. It took 2 days, maybe 3. Real quick. This was down at the Burbank, California service center. And so I got a chance to shake down a Model S, which was pretty awesome at the time because I had just gotten this 3. And, 3 weeks later, I'm checking out a Model S now. So that was pretty awesome. It solidified my choice in getting a Model 3. I'm very happy I got the Model 3. I'm not knocking the Model S by any means, but I'm more of a smaller sports car type of vehicle, and I really like the 3 over the S. The S is faster though, I gotta say. I'm not even sure which S I had at the time as the loaner, but man, I punched it and it went. And compared to an SR Plus, it was night and day difference in terms of acceleration. But that's a different video, and I should have recorded it back then, but I didn't know I was gonna do a channel, right? So I got that fixed, got the car back. It looked amazing, can't tell at all. So that was basically the first problem we had when we got the car, and really not a big problem at all. And again, that can happen to any car. It's a pretty easy fix. About a year into ownership, a big giant bolt attacked one of my rear tires. And to this day, looking at the bolt, I still have the bolt. I'll show you a picture of it and what it did to my tire. To this day, I think it came off the car. I think it fell off the car and lodged into the tire. Now, I ended up patching the tire myself. I ran it around for a few months. It would have been fine, but we road trip this car a lot. I've got my family in the car, and I just wanted a better situation. So I replaced 2 tires because you really don't want to replace just one. You want to do sets of 2 or 4. 4 is ideal, but I mean the car, the other tires are fine. I didn't want to mess with those. So anyway, I replaced 2 tires. So we've got a mismatched set in terms of life and all that other stuff, but at least there's no nails or bolts in them. What else? AC filter was swapped out. I was lucky enough to have I went to a Tesla owners group meeting for Halloween. It was awesome. It was Frunk or Treat, and a Tesla service guy was there just fixing stuff at cost, no labor. So I'm like, you got a couple of filters for me? And he goes, yeah, no problem. 10 minutes later, I got new filters in my car, and I didn't have to pay any labor, just the cost of the filters, which was pretty awesome. Anthony here in the LA area is an awesome mobile tech. And speaking of Anthony, recently, I'd say a few weeks ago, I wanted to proactively change my 12-volt battery. And those have been dying on the Model 3s. You see it all over the Facebook groups. And there was nothing wrong with it. I put in my request to have that replaced. Came back with $0, no charge. I was shocked. I mean, I'm like, awesome. I was willing to pay whatever it is. I think it's like 150 bucks. It's not a big deal. But they did it for free. Anthony came out to my house, swapped it out in like less than 5 minutes. Gave him a Coke and some bucks. I like tipping those guys. It was free anyway. So it was like a 105-degree day. And so anyway, that was another thing. I had that proactively done. So he said they had been dying on my model about a year and a half. So, and I got 2 years out of mine. So it was kind of proactive and kind of not, which may be the reason why they decided to comp the cost, is because they had been dying on my particular model about a year and a half in. So that's done. He said with the recent software update, I don't know how recent or which update it was, but now these batteries, these 12-volt batteries, should last between 3 and 5 years. Now that's a Tesla Mobile Tech telling me that. We'll see. But that would definitely be a good thing. What else have I done to the car? Rock chips. Oh, that's a big topic of discussion. You got to put PPF on your car. You got to do it. It's a must. Got it. PPF, and then ceramic that, and then bubble wrap. I mean, by the time you're done with all this stuff, you know, it's the cost of the car. So I elected to have nothing done. The car is stock in terms of no PPF. I did do a ceramic coat of myself, a little DIY. I'll probably do another video on that, but no PPF. And I can say I have one rock chip on my hood, which I'll show you here, and I think I have a couple tiny little golf ball kind of divots on the front nose. But other than that, 25,000 miles, hey, I'll take it. I mean, I'll take that all day long. Obviously, your luck may vary. You could be driving home from the service center after delivery and get, you know, something nail your bumper on the freeway. It's a luck thing. So I can't say, oh, because I didn't get PPF, don't get it. So no PPF on the car. I'm pretty happy with it. I figure, if it gets bad enough, I'll just replace the bumper. It's cheaper than the PPF. I mean, really, it's like 1,500 bucks. People are paying crazy amounts for PPF. Paint protection film, for those that may be new to the game. It seems to have come up with Teslas. I'm not sure what's going on there. I've owned cars, 30 years, and PPF is a relatively new thing, and you gotta have it on your Tesla. Road trips. I mean, that's what this car was purchased for, and we are doing a ton of road trips with this car. I work from home. As you can see, a studio here. I work from home, so it's not commuting miles. 25,000 miles is LA to Zion, Utah, LA to Mammoth multiple times, winter and summer, by the way, Lake Tahoe, Las Vegas several times, San Diego a bunch of times, Palm Springs a bunch of times, Santa Barbara like twice a month. We go out there to the zoo and the beach and all that stuff. Legoland a bunch of times, out to Ventura. It's definitely our road tripping car. Our other car, by the way, in case you're wondering, is a Chevrolet Bolt EV. So we are all electric. We've got solar on the roof. And so it's essentially free to charge for the most part. So we've been in states, California, Nevada, Arizona, Utah. That's pretty much it. Recently, as you saw, we went to San Francisco, Monterey, San Francisco. That was a big road trip for us as well. Some of the things we've done to the car in terms of accessories and third party and all that stuff. Of course, we tinted the windows. I've got 5% on the rear. Everybody wants to know the percentage. What's the percentage of your tints? It's tint, by the way. It's not tints. I don't understand that. But anyway, here are the percentages. You ready? 5% on the rear, pretty dark, basically limo tint. 15 on the front and 50 on the roof. Yes, I did a ceramic tint on the roof of the car. I'm going to be honest with you. It works, but it's not magic. It will still be hot to the touch, but it does help. I think one regret I have is I should have done the windshield. Now, they do have tint that is clear and legal, but it still reduces heat, and I think I still might do that because that's a big piece of glass that is still letting in a lot of heat, and right now it's hot, so I think I might have that done. I use a place called Auto Skins near my house, and they are fantastic. What else? I did a full chrome delete. I hyper dip my own wheels. Now, some say, oh, you shouldn't do that. Don't use plastic dip or hyper dip. It looks cheap. It's bad. Hyper dip's amazing. It has the glossifier in there already. Out of the can, it's ready to go. Now, it did take about 6-8 hours because I did about 10 coats on each wheel, and it came out amazing. The whole point of me wanting to do that actually was to see how it looked. I wanted to see how the wheels looked dark. I wasn't sure. It was 80 bucks with the goal of maybe down the road doing, you know, having them painted. But I gotta say, they're lasting, and I don't know, I might just, you know, something happens to it, I'll just repaint it, re-hyper dip it myself. It's looking pretty good, to be honest. Did the racing stripes myself. I learned how to do that. They're not perfect, but you know what? It's my car. I think I did an okay job. And here in the Los Angeles area, or California in general, there are so many Teslas. I had to make mine unique, and I had to make it stand out for me. The nice thing about it is it comes off. It's not a permanent kind of thing. Of course, we did the floor mats. The Max Spider D, I think is what they are. Those are cool. I love those. Did the wireless phone charging mat because my particular model didn't come with that. I got that from Nomad. What else? That's pretty much the car after 25,000 miles. I don't have a lot to report in terms of problems. You know, the doom and gloom reports that you see on Facebook, panel gaps and stuff. I think my passenger door on the rear is slightly off, but for the most part, the car looks pretty good. And this is back in 2019, so I'm not sure. No other problems to report. The car's been awesome. Oh, I added a little beefier struts or shocks to my Frunk, so when I go on the app, it automatically opens. It's the poor man's version, because all it does is open. You still have to close it. I also put a softer spring on the Frunk. These will all be videos in the future, and it allows you to basically close the Frunk with one finger. It's so much easier. In fact, Anthony, the Tesla tech, was like, did you do something with the spring here? And how it pops up automatically? I'm like, no, I didn't do anything. He's like, it's okay, don't worry about it. I see stuff all the time. It's not a big deal. What else did I do to the car? There's a bunch of stuff. We got a modern spare tire because we do so many road trips. I do like to have that on board. You know, driving in the middle of the Mojave Desert, going to Las Vegas or on the way to Mammoth, there's nothing out there. And I really don't want to wait 2-3 hours for a tow truck with 2 kids in the car. It's just not going to work for me. So we got the modern spare, the full kit with the bag. Also going to be another video, I think. All the stuff, the jack and the wrenches and stuff. It's a nice little kit if you're looking for something like that for peace of mind. When I first got it, I did put it on the car to make sure that you know, it ran, and it did. It's fine. So I think we'll do an accessories video as well. I kind of ran down everything here, but I think we'll do an accessories video at some point. So that's it. That's our 2019 Model 3 SR Plus in a nutshell. We are completely happy with this car. We are looking to get a Y here in the near future, sometime in the next, I don't know, 6 months to a year. We're waiting on the Bolt lease to kind of wind down on that. And we'll have more videos on the future, but I just want to give you an update on our 25,000 miles with this car. And luckily and happily, I don't have a lot to report. I mean, it's a great car. It's awesome. If you're looking for a Tesla, first of all, use our referral code. You'll get 1,000 free Supercharger miles, and so will I. So it'll make me happy, and it'll make you happy. So, yeah, not much to report, which is awesome. I mean, that's what we want to hear, because you hear so much bad stuff on Facebook. This car is the worst car on the planet if you go to Facebook and believe everything you read there, right? But in reality, most people that don't have a problem or are happy with their cars, they don't go to Facebook and say, happy to report, everything's fine. Right? Okay. All right, we'll see you on the next one. Thank you so much for joining our channel. We are new to this whole game. We are having a lot of fun. My kids love saying that we have a Tesla YouTube channel. Of course, my son Marcus loves supercharging. That's kind of his favorite thing. He's always on the supercharging app, finding out where and when new superchargers popping up in our area and stuff like that. So it's fun stuff. We're just having fun here, and I hope you enjoy the channel. And feel free to like, subscribe, and hit the bell if you find value or entertainment or even some tips coming your way here on Tesla Tips and Tricks. Thanks so much.